was fun with solo movement. But basically, we've done so much in your feet that we were like, how do we express the song and everything up above the feet? So we actually warmed up with some solo drills. Now, granted, I've been taking some solo classes, so somewhat inspired by doing something different, but just remembering that everything can work in isolation. So I have the head, the shoulders, the rib cage, the hips, the knees. All of those things can move by themselves, right? And that's how I can get a lot of that integrated body movement into my basic patterns. I don't necessarily need a leader to give me a big setup to do something, right? So literally starting from your head and remembering, oh, okay, I can move it to the side. I can move it to the, twist it to the side. I can roll my head. This is all the different mobility that I have there. And then doing the same thing with the shoulders, lifting, rotating, isolating, both, right? What can I do? I can contract them, I can expand them. That's different than expanding my rib cage, contracting my rib cage, right? So then I go down to the rib cage and we did this split weight and we said we're gonna reach to one side. Oh my God, my hip flexor. Reach to the other. That I'm not doing this, but I'm really trying to focus on reaching and keeping the shoulders horizontal, and that I can go around the world, and it's almost like my hips are staying isolated, and then I can smooth that out, right? I'm gonna do the same thing with the hips. I can let the hips rotate. Now notice I'm staying split weight because I'm just trying to isolate the hip rotation. Notice my shoulders are not turning as I do it. We did this with the feet together too, where we were letting, twist all the way back, twist all the way back. A lot of people think hip motion comes from like to the side, but it really doesn't get you that much, and it doesn't ground you to go to the side. Pulling it back is what's gonna give you that action. So I can do it that way or that way. And then we talked about the knees a little bit. What we did specifically with the knees is we said, hey, what if we did like an around the world? I use that a lot in my sugar pushes. So we said if we want a bigger knee roll, then what I do is I need to turn my foot so that I have all of that space to go around the world. Now notice that the point is the knee. That's what you see being the loudest. Yes, the foot is moving too, but I want you to watch the knee. Versus if I do this, I wanted you to watch the hips. If I do this, I wanted you to watch the foot. So it's about where is the emphasis, right? So then what we did is we turned this foot all the way in, right? And then we took our head and we sat over that foot. This is where the quad should start burning. I don't want to be tipped. I'm stacking my shoulder over my hip, and then I rotated this to a press line and pushed myself back up after it goes numb from holding that for so long. So a little bit faster, we went whoosh. And then when we did this in a sugar push, we went 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. And we talked about a lot of the importance of doing our solo movement is learning where our own physical boundaries are so that I can push those boundaries an extra like 10% with connection, right? But if I don't know where my body limitations are, how far I can get myself up, then I'm gonna rely on the connection to catch me, right? If I know, oh, okay, maybe I can go a little bit further. Okay, maybe I can go a little bit further. And then if I'm like, okay, I can't resolve this, then I know where that limitation is. So, we did a lot of that. And then what we talked about was we did a solo drill where we planted your feet. And we said your feet are glued to the ground. For right now, I want you to do this without lifting your heels. I know it was tempting to lift the heels, but for right now, I want you to get used to those feet being completely grounded and putting on a song and playing in this space and wondering where can I hit things without needing the feet to move, because you're gonna be really grounded when nothing is lifting here, right? And what you can do is you can put on this same song Do one with the feet completely glued to the ground. Hit, 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 right? Hit, hit, hit. However I want to do those hits. And then put your hands in your pockets, wherever, whichever pocket, and then only allow yourself to use the feet for the same song so that you can try on, oh, I could hit the thumb, thumb, thumb with a ronde or whatever it was versus having to use the upper body. And the last thing was taking our playground drill and combining these two drills together. So basing the feet underneath me, attaching to a human, and then not getting to move the feet and learning how to play in this space without affecting the connection. Yeah?
Yes.
Because that's how we're really going to integrate our upper body styling into generic patterns.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Is without affecting the connection. Otherwise, I've got to wait for my leader to set something up, which in intermediate, let's be real, you're not going to get a lot of opportunities.
Nope.